The stage is finally set. After months of anticipation, excitement, and endless speculation, the groupings for the 2026 FIFA World Cup have been officially confirmed, deciding the fate of all 48 participating nations. And what a dramatic night it was. The draw, held on Friday at 11:30 p.m., delivered shock, surprise, and suspense, and instantly became the biggest talking point in world football. From Argentina landing an unexpectedly smooth path to Brazil being thrown into one of the tournament's most brutal groups, the storylines are already beginning to unfold, and fans across the globe can't stop talking. What made the ceremony even more special was the list of legends in attendance. Standing together on the grand stage were Brazilian icons Kaká, Ronaldinho, Roberto Carlos, and Cafu, four names that define an entire generation of football magic. And joining them was none other than Carlo Ancelotti, the future head coach of the Brazilian national team. With his star-studded lineup, the atmosphere felt like history was being written right before our eyes. But once the draw began, the smiles quickly turned into tension, because the groups revealed a much tougher road than many expected for some of the biggest football nations. One of the biggest shocks came for France, placed in Group I, arguably one of the most challenging groups in the entire tournament. Their opponents? Senegal, Norway, and whichever team qualifies through the playoffs, possibly Iraq, Suriname, or Bolivia. At first glance, the names might not feel overwhelmingly threatening, but a closer look reveals the danger. Senegal, led by Sadio, are the reigning African champions and come into the World Cup with a battle-hardened squad. Norway, on the other hand, are powered by Erling Haaland, one of the deadliest forwards in world football today. With these two nations in top form, France's path to the knockout stage is anything but guaranteed. A single mistake could turn their journey into an early disaster. But if France's group raised eyebrows, Brazil's situation caused shockwaves. Placed in Group C, Brazil will face Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. While Haiti is comparatively the easiest opponent, the real threat comes from Morocco, a team that shocked the entire world in the 2022 World Cup by reaching the semifinals. Morocco's disciplined structure, fast counterattacks, and fearless mentality may cause serious trouble for the Selecao. In Scotland, known for their physical and high-intensity style, are never easy to break down. For a team like Brazil, which is rebuilding its identity and still searching for consistency, this group could become a major obstacle. Qualification isn't impossible, but it is far from comfortable. Meanwhile, Argentina fans have every reason to smile. The defending world champions, placed in Group J, appear to have one of the easiest routes to the next round. Their opponents include Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. Though Algeria and Austria are well-structured teams, neither possesses the pedigree or history of posing a major World Cup threat. For Lionel Messi's team, assuming Messi plays one last World Cup or guides the squad from the sidelines, this group offers a smooth runway to the knockout stages. If Argentina maintain their rhythm and chemistry, they are expected to dominate the group without too much difficulty. And then there's Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo's team was drawn into Group K, where they will face Uzbekistan, Colombia, and one playoff qualifier. Colombia is undoubtedly the toughest challenge here, known for their speed, technical quality, and unpredictable style. But Uzbekistan and the playoff contender, our team's Portugal, should be able to handle with confidence. That's why many analysts believe Ronaldo and his team are on track for a safe passage into the second round, as long as they remain focused and avoid surprises. Spain, meanwhile, finds itself in Group H, alongside Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. For Cape Verde, this is a historic moment, their first ever World Cup appearance. They will be playing with passion, pride, and nothing to lose. Saudi Arabia, despite their miracle victory over Argentina in 2022, lack the long-term consistency needed at the biggest stage. Uruguay, however, could be a tough nut to crack. With strong defenders, experienced midfielders, and talented young forwards, they could challenge Spain. But even then, Spain remain the favorites to top the group if they maintain their classic possession-based, high-pressure style. After reviewing all the groups, one thing becomes clear. The real challenges lie ahead for France and Brazil. Both teams face strong, unpredictable opponents capable of producing upsets. And with the World Cup expanding to 48 teams for the first time in history, the competition is more intense, more chaotic, and more unpredictable than ever. Every match matters. Every mistake could end a dream. Every goal could determine a team's future. But that is what makes the World Cup magical. As football fans, all we can do now is wait for the roar of the stadiums, for the clash of giants, for new heroes to emerge, and for history to be written once again. The battles will be fierce, the emotions will be high, and no one can say for sure what will happen next. Because in football, the real drama doesn't happen during the draw. It happens on the pitch.